Holy cow. Well, what is the cow? Yes, my ongoing series. Now, a few months ago, I did a video about John Cena's heel turn and run, why did it fail, and list reasons, all that. Well, somebody said, well, it didn't fail. Well, it's a matter of opinion. You know, not everybody thinks the same thing. That's why they're called opinion videos. So, it was just my opinion. I thought it went pretty well, all things considering. So I'm doing another one, and considering, I'm going away from politics, not talking about that anymore. I'm done with politics. This would give me a chance to do other types of opinion videos. And I have other ideas planned for what I can do for Why Did It Fail. I have a lot of ideas. I mean, it's amazing the amount of ideas I have of what stuff I think is failed. It's not everybody else's opinion. Everybody has different tastes and likes and dislikes. Now, for the topic today, what is it? Oh boy. Ooh, we picked a heck of a one here for our second episode. Oh boy. The curious case of the epic failure from the Dukes of Hazzard 2005 movie. Two things. One, I'm going to list 7 reasons why I think it failed. What? Why 7? 7 because it's a number of seasons that was in Dukes of Hazzard. And trust me, I could have had easily a top 10 list with this. And the second thing, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why I think maybe a Dukes of Hazzard movie could work. Just stick to the end of this video and you'll see why I think it could work. Okay, now for number 7, as we start off here, and I should have had my booklet ready. There we go. Number 7, TV shows. Yeah, when they're made into movies, rarely do they work. Fugitive comes to mind. I can't think of another one that comes to mind that it actually works. That it rarely worked. It's hard. I don't know why it's so hard. You have season after season after season of material that you should be able to make it into a viable movie, but it seems like nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. Why not? It should be rather easy when you have the material right in front of you. Maybe people that are making these into movies have never watched the show itself. Just an idea. Maybe they should sit down and watch a few episodes or a few seasons before trying to make a movie. I mean, you have the material right there. I know it's Cal. Random rant. Number 6. Oh boy. The entire cast was wow. And we're going to get into this cast, but man, the casting director had no clue. That's why we're bringing to number 5, and quite frankly, this one could be higher. Bo and Luke. So your best choices for Bo and Luke is Johnny Knoxville, Jackass, and Sean William Scott, American Pie. That's your best choices for Bo and Luke. These two had the chemistry with what fly. They had the chemistry with fly on a turd. I mean, my God, this is your best choice. Oh boy. And it only gets worse with the casting choices because number 4, I couldn't decide which was worse. So I had to cheat a little bit here and put number 4 as a tie. We're still going to have number 3 and all that. But number 4 is nothing against either one. I'm a fan of both. But Burt Reynolds as Boss Hogg and Willie Nelson as Uncle Jesse. That is miscasting at its best. The only one I can think of that could play Boss Hogg, and you might laugh at this, is Danny DeVito. Sorry, but Burt Reynolds, I love him in Smokey and the Bandit, but this role for him goes on the list of his bad choices. Now, Willie Nelson, I swear, maybe I'm wrong, but I swear that he probably took this role when he was stoned out of his gourd with Snoop Dogg. And I swear that's the only reason he took this role, because every scene he's in, he looks, well, what is the cow? Higher than a kite. Oh boy. And you know what? Number 3, I'm not going to stick on number 3 too much, because I think number 3 was just a matter of them trying to get the most sexiest woman to play a part. I don't want everybody to think I'm a sexist, because I'm not. But Jessica Simpson, tall, blonde, fine, so be it. She will play Daisy. That really didn't make a lot of sense in and of itself. It really, really didn't. I'm not going to spend too much time on that one, because I don't want people to think I'm a complete sexist pig. You know what? We're going to move on from that bad casting choice too. And number 2 is the General Lee. Now, I went back and forth. Should I even put the General Lee on this? Or should I put Roscoe on this? Roscoe misses the cut. Barely, but misses the cut. I put the General Lee on this because the General Lee from the movie doesn't have the soul the General Lee had on the TV series. It just doesn't resemble, I don't know. Something's missing with the General Lee, and I can't put my finger on what it is. But the General Lee from the movie just doesn't cut it for me. It doesn't cut it for me, and that is a major problem. That is a serious problem with this movie, is the General Lee doesn't even resemble the General Lee from the TV series. I don't know. Something about the General Lee feels off in this movie. I'm not sure what it is. And number 1, story. The story, it just makes... If you know anything about the Dukes of Hazzard, and this was big, and especially the first season, is Uncle Jesse promised the USA of government that him, Bo and Luke, would not be dealing in moonshine. They would not be transporting moonshine. They would not be making moonshine, whatever it may be. If you know anything about the Dukes, that was the premise. That was the story for the Dukes. But they went ahead and did that in the movie. Bo and Luke, Knoxville and John William Scott, were transporting moonshine. That goes against everything with Uncle Jesse in the TV series. That pretty much killed any hope of a good movie. That killed the hope. Now, I list 7 reasons why it failed. And clearly, there were some I missed. I didn't even mention Roscoe. I clearly could have mentioned him, but I just went over Roscoe. I went over the 7 ones I thought why it fell. Now, what? That's a question I posed at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to answer that. Could a Dukes of Hazzard movie work? And you're going to be pleasantly surprised by this answer. Yes, it could work, but you need the right casting director, you need the right stunt coordinator, you need somebody who knows about cars, especially the General Lee, which is a Dodge Charger. A Dukes movie could work with the right writer, with the right director, with the right producer, the right casting director. Casting director is a very underrated term, especially in movies. Especially if you've been taking a TV show into a movie. I don't expect the actors and actresses to resemble them perfectly. No. No, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting them to make good choices who they would play with Bo and Luke, Cooter, Daisy, Uncle Jesse, Boss Hogg, Roscoe, the entire 9 yards. The casting director is actually a very underrated, important job. And maybe somebody that was a fan of the show decides to take this task on of making a Dukes of Hazzard movie, and it could work. It could. It won't, because people are big time fans of the series, because they will be very critical of anything that goes into a Dukes movie. They will automatically pan it, just like Ben Jones did. When this came out, Ben Jones criticized it. And surprisingly, when you're looking this movie up, it has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. That means there's 14% of people that actually like this movie. God help us. This movie is a flaming turd. No question about it. It was an epic failure. I listed everything wrong with it, and there is things I missed. Clearly there is. There's a lot I missed. I could do a second part to this video if I wanted to, which I probably won't, because I already listed enough reasons why this fell. Now, my next video, I'm going to give it away what I'm going to be doing for the next video, because I want to do another Dukes themed episode on why did it fail. And the next one, expect in the next week or two, a couple weeks, week or two, whatever, I don't know, I'll do it eventually, is I'm going to be doing the curious case of Coy and Vance for season 6. I'm going to list 6 reasons why Coy and Vance failed, and I'm going to also talk about what led up to Snyder and Wopat leaving the show in season 6. And I'm going to talk about their return too. So I'm going to be covering a lot with that. There will be a lot to unpack with Coy and Vance. Trust me on that. So expect that one in the next week or two, because I do want to delve into the very curious case of Coy and Vance, which means I'm going to have to watch a few episodes of Coy and Vance to refamiliar myself with Coy and Vance. And oh boy, I'm not going to enjoy watching a few episodes of Coy and Vance. Oh God. Oh boy, help me, help.